for choir students who would like a little bit of help for a little bit of instruction for lessons 30 and 31 of your music theory. Here you go. Should just take just a couple minutes. So, whole steps and half steps. A half step is the smallest interval that we have in Western music, and I have the piano keyboard open here because a half step would be anytime you go from one note to the very next note that you can go to. So, for example, if we're here, so that would be a half step going from this note to that note. Okay? Or like if you are here, the very next note you can go to up is this one. So that would be a half step going from that one to that one. Usually, a half step is going from a white note, a white key, to the black key right above it, or from a black key to the white key right above it. That would be a half step up. The only time that is different is when there's no black key between the two white keys. So from here, a half step up would be the next white key because there's no black key in between. Likewise, here, so by the way, this is from B to C. From here, we're going from E to F. There's no black key in between. So a half step is from white key to white key. So between B and C, you have a half step between the two white keys. E to F, you have a half step between the two white keys. Other than that, every other time you're going from one white key to the next, it's a whole step. So from here to here, we would say a whole step because from here you go a half step up and then another half step. So that's a half step and that's a half step. And so two half steps make one whole step, right? So then you can start to count how many whole steps or how many whole and half steps you have, like this. So let's say we have, I missed that one little mark. So let's say we have something like this note and that note. So we want to know how many steps this is. Well, we can count that's going up a half step. This is another half step. That's a half step. That's a half step. That's a half step. So we have half half that makes one whole step. So this is going up a whole step. Half half that's going up another whole step. And then another half. So we have one, two and a half. So this would be 2.5 steps is the size of that jump. Okay. This is just part of the mathematical side of music theory. If you counted the number of half steps, we have one, two, three, four, five. Five half steps. Well, what's five halves but 2.5? Five halves simplifies to 2.5. So you can look at it either as like half half that makes one whole, half half that makes the second whole step, and then half. So we have two wholes and one half, or 2.5 steps. Let's say we're going from here to here. Well, let's see. We have half, half. That makes a whole step, right? Half, half. That makes another whole step. Then half, half. That makes another whole step. So this one is 3 whole steps. And let's see. What if we did from here to here? Okay, let's see what we have. So we have half, half. That makes a whole step. Half, half. That makes a whole step. Half, half. That makes a whole step. And then one more half. So we have 1, 2, 3.5 steps. So that's how to do those. Hopefully that's enough for for it to make sense and for you to be good to go. If you have any other questions, please feel free to shoot me an email. Um, or comment on the assignment in Google Classroom. Contact me some way, and I'm happy to help some more. Otherwise, yep, I'm hoping to see a lot of good grades on this one. All right, bye.